Coming up now on your spoiler-free wrestling news rundown, there were some significant developments in the Bullet Club angle at the NJPW 50th anniversary show. Cain Velasquez has been arrested, and the National Wrestling Alliance has made some changes to its upcoming Crockett Cup lineup. Subscribe to Spoiler-Free Wrestling for all your wrestling news. A fairly significant development took place earlier this week at the New Japan Pro Wrestling 50th anniversary show. On the card, Bad Luck Fale, El Phantasmo, and Taiji Ishimori were victorious in tag team action. Ishimori continued to grow frustrated with El Phantasmo, however. We've seen recently that Phantasmo is hesitant to go for super kicks after it was revealed that he had previously been loading up his boot with a metal plate. Phantasmo's hesitancy to now use the move seems to be the source of Taiji Ishimori's frustration with him. Then, after the match on the anniversary show, something else happened which seemed to hint at a greater split within Bullet Club. As the three were celebrating their win, they went to give their too sweet hand signal to one another. While both Fale and Ishimori threw the hand signal down, as has been the case for some time now, Phantasmo originally went to give the too sweet hand signal up high. He later corrected himself. This is significant as recently on Impact Wrestling, Jay White told the other members of Bullet Club USA that they were done throwing the too sweet down low and would go back to giving it up high. Does El Phantasmo going to give the hand signal up high mean that he feels aligned with Jay White, while both Fale and Ishimori do not? Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton both noted on commentary that we don't really yet know where Bullet Club Japan sits with what Jay White did at Impact Wrestling's No Surrender pay-per-view when he turned on the Guerrillas of Destiny and cost them a title match against Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. So, is it the case that we will end up with a Bullet Club USA consisting of Jay White, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, Chris Bay, and El Phantasmo, while the rest of the faction is with the other members of Bullet Club Japan? We should find out more when Tama Tonga and Tangaloa are finished quarantine and will join the New Japan Cup tour. Both Guerrillas of Destiny members have received a bye to the second round of the tournament, which will begin next week. Then on social media, New Japan put out the tweet here indicating that Jay White has given Bullet Club a message to choose which side they are on. Which side are you on? Jay hopes you make the right choice. I hope so too. After events at Impact Wrestling, Gato passed a message from the Switchblade to Bullet Club last night, just what will happen as the New Japan Cup looms. Tama Tonga responded to this tweet simply with the words, I hope so too. Speaking of Jay White, it was just announced that he will face Speedball Mike Bailey at NJPW Lone Star Shootout in Dallas on April 1st. The match will air later on New Japan Strong. Jay White is also in action this Saturday for Impact Wrestling at Sacrifice. He will take on Alex Shelley on the show. Then on Impact Wrestling, actually this Thursday, Jay White will be in action. He will team with the other members of Bullet Club USA, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, and Chris Bay. They will take on the Guerrillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, and Violent by Design's Diener and Joe Doring. Subscribe to Spoiler Free Wrestling for all your updates on the Bullet Club angle currently playing out. In other news, recently, former UFC, WWE, and AAA Lucha Libre athlete Cain Velasquez was arrested Monday in Morgan Hill, California, after a shooting that led to one person being hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. He is currently being held without bail on attempted murder charges. Now, there is an unconfirmed rumor going around regarding Velasquez's possible motivations for the shooting. So the Wrestling Observer newsletter's Dave Meltzer responded to a tweet from Fight Oracle. The tweet said, "The talk going around is Cain chased down two men riding in a vehicle. One of them is accused of abuse of one of Cain's children at a daycare. The other person involved is the father of the alleged abuser. Cain shot the father of the alleged abuser." Dave Meltzer wrote, "There is smoke to this fire." Later, Meltzer would continue to tweet about the case. He said, in the Velasquez case, it was a 43-year-old man who was arrested for sexual abuse of a member of his family in a daycare center bathroom and was released. He allegedly, he meaning Velasquez, tried to shoot the man but hit his father. It was a home-run daycare center run by the mother of the man Velasquez believed abused his relative. So, pretty heavy situation involving Cain Velasquez ongoing. Founding member of Bullet Club Prince Devitt, now known as Finn Balor in the WWE, is the new United States Champion. He defeated Damian Priest on this week's episode of WWE Raw to win the title. He became the 100th wrestler, nice round number, the 100th wrestler to win the United States Championship, defeating Damian Priest. It was the 173rd time the title has changed hands. Priest's title reign ends at 191 days and 12 successful title defenses. This is the first time that Balor has won the belt. Billy Corgan's National Wrestling Alliance announced some changes to the Crockett Cup lineup recently. The event will take place March 19th and 20th from the Nashville Fairgrounds. In a video the NWA posted to YouTube recently, NWA World Heavyweight Champion Matt Cardona is said to have made some demands of the company, even threatening to no-show the event if his demands weren't met. The first demand that Cardona reportedly made was that he wanted a fair and impartial referee to be assigned to his match against Nick Aldis. The NWA has since announced that Jeff Jarrett will be that referee. So Jarrett will referee the NWA World Heavyweight Championship match between Matt Cardona and Nick Aldis. Also, according to the video, Cardona demanded that his wife, Chelsea Green, be added to the women's title picture. So now Camille will defend the NWA Women's World Championship against Chelsea Green and Kylie Ray in a triple threat match. Now, Doug Williams' British Invasion tag team was entered into the Crockett Cup tournament. However, because Nick Aldis will be challenging for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship on the show, Williams needs a new partner for the tournament. And so it was announced in the NWA's video that Harry Smith, the son of Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, will team with Williams for the tournament. If you're looking for the full lineup for the Crockett Cup, it's available at SpoilerFreeWrestling.com. WWE's NXT brand has announced a big show for next week. It will be titled NXT Roadblock, and 3 big matches were promoted for the show. They include NXT champion Braun Breaker defending the title against Dolph Ziggler and Tommaso Ciampa in a triple threat match. This was originally supposed to be just Breaker defending against Ziggler. However, Ciampa was added to the match after pinning Ziggler in a tag team match to kick off this week's episode. The tag team championships will also be on the line when the champions Imperium defend against the winners of the 2022 Dusty Cup, the Creed brothers. Also, LA Knight will take on Grayson Waller in a last man standing match. We might also get the semifinals of the Women's Dusty Rhodes Cup on the show, however, that has not been confirmed. And finally, it is a big night for All Elite Wrestling tonight. A very special episode of AEW Dynamite from Daly's Place in Jacksonville will air. Tony Khan has promised a huge announcement will be made on this show. He was on Busted Open Radio earlier this morning, and he revealed that he will be the one to deliver the big news himself. It'll be just the second time he's ever been on the show. 3 matches have also been announced for tonight's broadcast of AEW Dynamite. They include AEW World Champion Hangman Page teaming with John Silver and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order, and going up against 3 former members of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. There will also be a Casino Tag Team Battle Royale on tonight's show, with the winner advancing to the 3-way tag team title match at Revolution on Sunday. Also in tag team action this week, AEW Women's World Champion Britt Baker will team with Jamie Hayter, and they will take on Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez. Of course, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker will face each other for the AEW Women's World Championship Sunday at Revolution as well. And that'll do it for this video, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to Spoiler Free Wrestling for all your wrestling news.